Good morning, students. Today we are going to begin with a new chapter of Hornbill. It is chapter 2nd. The name of the chapter is We Are Not Afraid to Die. We are not afraid to die if we all be together. So here the first word is afraid. Afraid means fearful, and die means death. Okay, we are not afraid to die. It means we are not fearful of death, but the condition is that if we all be together. So it is the heading of this topic. The chapter name has been taken from this narrative. Okay, and it is a statement of a small child. This small child is so optimistic. This small child is very, very optimistic and says that even death is not going to scare us, but the condition is that if we all be together, all means here the members of the family. In his family there are, including him, there are 4 members. His mother, father, as well as one more member, I mean the sibling. So here we find that this heading or the caption or the headline describe that the child is optimistic, okay, and we should not be afraid of the situation until and unless the last moment did not arrive. If we all are together, it means we combine, have different efforts in the life, and with the help of that efforts, probably we are going to achieve our target. We are going to cross the difficulties which is already in front of us. We are going to cross the hurdles which is already in front of us. First, second. Now here the narrator, the writer. It has been written by Gordon Cook and Alan East. So, what is the target? What is the theme? On the basis of that, he focused this particular kind of the travelogue. It is a travelogue. Why it is travelogue? Because it describes a story or a journey or a voyage to see, and the different events have been mentioned in this one. So you can say that it is a very good example of the travelogue. So what is the theme? The theme is a very basic one. Keep your dreams alive. What do you mean by alive? Alive means always living one, the live one. Keep your dreams alive. It means we should always continue dreaming. Okay, why? These dreams, should be alive, should be live by understanding that, this that has been repeated. By understanding that, anything it requires, it means to fulfill our dream, it is essential that we must have faith and belief. And so faith and belief, faith and trust, faith upon ourselves, belief upon our target. Okay, so coupled birth. So these two things, including some other important things, these are the vision. We have the vision, understanding that, oh, I will do this one, that one, this one, the planning. Vision, hard work, you understand. Determination. Determination comes from the determine. Determines to remove. So determination means no one is going to remove, whether it is the situation or whether it is the call of the nature, whether it is the situation in the nature, but we are determined. It means these situations are not going to remove us from the path of our journey. So that is determination, and above all, dedication. Yes, dedication also. Dedication, it means it is our inner strongest desire, strongest wish that at any cost I am going to achieve my target. Then it is the good example or determination. So the narrator says that the theme of this one, that we always try to keep our dreams alive. Okay, and there is a good understanding that anything, okay, which I am going to achieve, it requires faith and belief, including vision, hard work, determination, and at the same time dedication also. So finally, the theme says, remember all the things are possible for those who believe. Okay, who believe themselves. It means the most important thing is trust. If we are full of the trust, we have complete belief upon ourselves. You know, I know that it is quite difficult for me to achieve that target, but I am determined that, you know, at any cost, whatever the difficulties, whatever the problem, what are the hurdles on the way, but still I will achieve my target. That probably we are going to achieve this one. And so this travelogue, this story related to the journey, the sea journey of the person, has really disclosed that there are many difficulties in our life, but still with the help of all these good things, probably we are able to achieve our target. Okay, so let's begin with this particular write-up. This the experience which had been narrated by the writer. So before the beginning, at first it is good for us to go through the characters. You know that the write-up has been written, or this article or the experience has been written in first person. So narrator himself described about his struggle, about his dream, and so the narrator himself is one character here. Narrator is 37 years old, and narrator is a businessman. Second character, narrator's wife Mary, and they have two children. Jonathan, son, who is only 6 years old, and a little elder than son, that is Suzanne, daughter, who is 7 years old. So you find that the narrator began his journey, started his journey, okay, with only 4 members of his family, himself, his wife, and his 2 children. In the beginning paragraph, the narrator had discussed that what is the reason why he decided to, what is the reason behind his dream to take up this particular kind of the journey. So why this journey? And he say that yes, he has already read about Captain James Cook, the world voyage, okay, which he took 200 years ago. So he was interested to copy that journey, and for this one he thought that yes, I had to continue that particular journey, and so he started with this one. But you will find that it took them 16 years of the time. It means he took 16 years long period of the time to prepare for that particular journey. So for the 16 years they prepared themselves for this dream journey, and after that they just started the journey. They started their journey, and further we studied that how they begin that journey. Then the first thing, the boat, which was a vehicle for them for that journey, named as a wave walker. So here is the description of the wave walker. Wave walker, a boat, okay, which they prepare, fitted themselves, and it was 23 meters length and 30 ton weight. And the complete wave walker, the wave walker was completely made up of wood. It means there is no use of the steel at that time. Probably he was not in a condition to use steel and the other item, and so it was made up of wood. So the boat was 23 meter, 30 ton weight, made up of wood, and the narrator himself says that it was a wooden hulled beauty, and the narrator told that it had been professionally built. It means like a professional, or probably he has taken the help of the different carpenters, different kind of the people who used to prepare such kind of the boat, and for this one they spent months to fit it out and testing it the roughest weather we could find. And not only this, he tested it. You know that testing is most important part of any vehicle or any design. So the narrator also. He tested the wave walker to try to find out whether my boat is going to bear the roughest weather, the roughest condition, the sea condition. Okay, and as per his own vision, it means he thought that if I am going to take a long journey, that then during all this long journey, which kind of the situation, which kind of the rough weather, which kind of the the water was there, and so he on the basis of that he at first tested, okay, that whether the wave walker is robust or not, and after that the wave walker was ready. Now before coming to this one, in the previous paragraph we have a very good word, honing our seafaring skills. So honing means sharpening. It means we are going to practice ourselves to be skilled or to be expert in any activity, that is known as the honing. And seafaring means taking a journey into the sea with the help of the boat. So, honing our seafaring skills describe that sharpening the skill to sail in the sea, and so the narrator did this one for a long period of the time. Moving further, the narrator said that we have completed the first leg of the journey. But if you go through the book, then you find that the narrator says that it has been 3 years long journey. It means he chart out a plan, and as per his planning, it took him 3 years to return to the point of the starting. So it was 3 years long journey, and during this 3 years period of the time, probably he will cover 105,000 kilometers, or in India it is 1,05,000 kilometers. So now we come to the narrator say that the first leg of the journey. It means journey has, you will sometimes find that if you start any journey upon the vehicle, four-wheeler, then you have chart out the plan, and as per the plan you say that this day evening I will take rest at this place, the second day I will take rest there, and finally I will reach to my destination. So they have already charted out their plan, and as per the plan they completed their first leg and they reached up to the Cape Town. And so in this way we find that they completed their journey at the Cape Town, and after that probably they had to begin to the next leg of the journey, and during that journey they have to they have to turn to the east direction. But he knows that if he is moving to the east direction, then east direction he will reach to the southern Indian Ocean. And so southern Indian Ocean is famous, famous because it is very troublesome one, because southern Indian Ocean is regarded as the world's roughest sea, and so before entering the southern Indian Ocean, he decided to take help of the two crewmen, two more member as a crewman, as a sailor upon the boat, so that they may help once they enter into the rough water of the southern Indian Ocean. And these two persons are, one is Larry Wiesel, he is an American, and the Herb Segler, that is a Swiss from Sweden. And in this way the narrator say that we continue our journey, but before that I have decided to take the help of the two sailors, Larry Wiesel and Herb. Moving further, now we come to turn the page. Now here we are at the page number 14. The narrator continued his experience, and he said that once they left the Cape Town and they began the journey, then the second day of the journey they started encounter means face gale means a strong sea wind. So the narrator say that from the second day onwards, leaving the Cape Town, he started encountering strong sea wind, and this continued for the next many weeks, and it blew continuously. And so it blew for the many weeks continuously. But the narrator says that he was very worried. but he was not worried about the gills, but he was worried about the size of the gills. It means he realized that he cannot stop the gills, but he was very afraid about the size of the gale, because sometimes it is 15 meters height, and that height is equivalent to the mast. What do you mean by mast? Mast means the longest pole on the boat for sail. Sail means pall. Sail is a kind of the cloth which has been enclosed with the mast, and it creates hurdles for the moving wind. So with the help of that mechanical force, you will find that your boat started moving to the direction of the wind. So that is the longest pole is known as the mast, and the cloth which has been attached to that pole is known as the sail. And so the narrator say that the main problem, he was completely worried about the size of the gales, which was even sometimes more than 15 meters of the height, and that is equivalent to their mast. So you understand that what is the size of this one, and it was really the point of worry for him. And in this way the journey continues, and he reached. So on December 25, you know that December 25 is celebrated as the Xmas one. So on December 25, anyway, they completed, or they are away from the Cape Town. It means they completed 3,500 kilometer distance. So they are 3,500 kilometers away from the Cape Town, but still the wind was atrocious, very powerful, the painful. But among that one, the narrator say that we have celebrated our Christmas. And the narrator say that even the New Year's Day, that is the 1st January. So the narrator say that the New Year's Day is not going to see any improvement in the weather, but we reasoned that it had to change soon. But he was thinking that no, weather is going to change, and change is either positive or negative. And so the narrator later on, in the last paragraph of this one, he wrote that it did change for the worse. Take care. So he wrote that it is for the worse. Okay, that is bad, worse, and worst. So he say that comparatively bad one. And so the weather changed to worse, not to better, and the weather changed there. And then we will continue in our next class. Thank you for joining.